Exercise 6.3 problem 6 solution. Let's read the problem. A lotus is 20 centimeters above the water surface in a pond and its stem is partly below the water surface. As the wind blew, the stem is pushed aside so that the lotus touched the water 40 centimeters away from the original position of the stem. How much of the stem was below the water surface originally? It's pretty confusing, isn't it? Anyway, let's just quickly mark what is given. Lotus is 20 centimeters above water. So part of the lotus stem is below the water. Okay, so that's what they say, below water surface. And when the wind blew, the stem pushed aside so that the lotus touched the water 40 centimeters away from the original position. And what are we asked? We are asked to find how much of the stem was below the water. So let's draw a simple diagram. So here AB is the lotus. Okay, don't look into all the dimensions, just let's go through. AB is the lotus, and CD is the pond, water surface of the pond. Okay, right. Now part of the stem, the A is the lotus, the flower there, and this is a stem, right? So AC is above water and BC is below water. Okay, let's put the dimension. They say the lotus is 20 centimeter above water, so which means AC is 20 centimeter, and we are asked to find how much is it below, so let it be x centimeter. Fine, so that is done. So the total length of the stem will be x centimeter plus 20, that is x plus 20 centimeter. Now when the wind blows, the lotus the stem is pushed aside and it touches a point 40 centimeter away from it. So let's say D is the point it touched when the wind blew, and it is 40 centimeter from the original position. So C is the original position, right? A, B, A, C, B. C is where the stem was originally. So this is the original position. It moved away from that C and it was 40 centimeter. So DC is 40 centimeter. Now that is all done. The key which is you have to understand, when the wind blows, you have to understand the lotus stem it is not the AC portion of the stem which is going to bend. We always think it will be like, it will be a little tricky here. You might think that it is the AC which bends. So this distance also must be 20, and why is it 40? When the wind blows, the stem is so thin, the entire stem moves aside. Okay, so which is the AB, which is the one which is moving. It is not AC. That is the important point you'll have to understand. So when it moves, so the AB moves to one side and touches point D. So what does it mean? BD is the same length, right? BD is AB. So what is our AB? AB is x plus 20. So BD is also x plus 20. That is the important point. That's the only trick here. So we might think it is AC which will bend, but it's not so. It is the AB which bends because the stem is so thin. The whole stem bends and the lotus comes and touches the surface here. So, and they have given this distance, but this is now the new lotus position, right? The AB actually got rotated and it is now becomes BD. So which means the length of AB equal to length of BD. And what is the length of AB? It's x plus 20. So BD is also x plus 20. Now if you look at this triangle BCD, this is a right triangle, right? Stem was originally vertical. Stem is always vertical, right? So this is right triangle. So applying Pythagoras theorem, BC square plus CD square equal to BD square. X plus 20 whole square equal to x square plus 40 square. You have an equation in x. You should be able to solve it and get the value of x. That's how this problem needs to be worked out. You can pause the video here and try to work it out on your own and come back and check the working also. Okay. Now, anyway, let me just go on. So let AB be the lotus and CD is the pond and D is the point where lotus touches when the wind blew. Let the length of the lotus below the water be x centimeter. That's what I told you. Let it be x centimeter. So the total length of the stem is x plus 20 centimeter. Right? And because it is a whole stem which blows, AB will be equal to BD because this is the new lotus position. Okay, lotus does not change its length, right? So original length was x plus 20. So that's the same x plus 20. So that's what I say. BD is x plus 20 centimeter. Now triangle BCD is right triangle at C. That is, C is 90 degrees. That's what I showed here. This is 90 degrees. Thus, applying Pythagoras theorem, BD square equal to BC square plus CD square. Right? So that's what we have given here. Now you can apply the values. What is BD? BD is x plus 20. What is BC? BC is x. CD is 20. Right? We have taken CD as 40. CD is 40. Right? So substitute all these values. This becomes x plus 20 the whole square equal to x square plus 40 square. Now you expand this. This becomes x square plus 2ab, that is 40x, plus 20 square, that is 400. That's equal to x square plus 40 square is 1600. Now you see this x square and x square gets cancelled. So 40x will be 1600 minus 400, that is 1200, or x will be 1200 divided by 40, that is 30. Therefore, the length of the stem below the water is 30 centimeters. Okay, so I hope it's clear. If not, please go through one more time. It will become clear. Thanks for watching this video.